Good morning. Caleb Martin here, once again with another Q&A session here at Quick Trade. And today we're inviting and welcoming Thabiso Khambule. Good morning, Thabiso. How are you doing?
Like yourself?
Fantastic. How's your Monday morning going?
It's very, very good. Thank you so much. Lucky to be here.
Awesome. So before we get started, I have to ask you, where did you get the nickname Lali?
Because so many people want to know. So I'm doing radio currently.
Okay.
I'm on the biggest commercial radio station in South Africa, Jacaranda FM.
Fantastic.
And for 7 years, I was on a show with Rian van Heerden. So when I started, he first started calling me Tiramisu for Thabiso, of course, and then it quickly switched over to Lali, but it's a name of affection that his granny gave him.
Okay.
So because I was the young one in the group, I was the youngest in the group actually, so it was him, Diane is also about 40 years old, and then Robbie was in his 30s, and I'm in my 20s, so he was like, you're the young one, so you'll be Lali.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he clearly, obviously, he was quite fond of you then on the set and everything.
Very, still is.
Fantastic.
Still is, yeah.
How did you get into being, do you call it a radio DJ, am I correct?
So yes, you can call it a radio personality, a radio DJ. Sure, I think since the age of 4, I knew that I wanted to be on radio.
Okay.
I absolutely love what I do. I used to be that typical child that would sit in front of the radio and actually listen to Jacaranda FM.
Okay.
As that time, it was the only station that we could actually catch in Mafikeng.
Okay.
So I would sit in front of the radio, record a song, and then record my own voice, introing the song or outroing the song, and then into the next song again. So yeah, that's basically how my love for radio started.
So a couple of mixtapes when you had your first interview. You could basically say from 4 years old. Similar to Tiger Woods, actually. I don't know if you've seen at 2 years old, he's having a golf ball.
Exactly that.
But we're here for trading. So let me ask you, where did your interest in trading start?
Sure, man. I think it started back in 2017. And it actually started with the binary systems. I don't know if you know what binary systems is, but yeah, I think when I actually look at what I'm doing now, and it's Forex, I'm like, what are you doing? But yeah, it started off with the binary systems, and then afterwards I started learning a bit more and more. But it's all basically, can I say, self-taught stuff through YouTube and all of that. And yeah, basically that's where it started.
And how's your experience been? So first of all, so it's been about 4 years.
Yeah.
And what have you experienced, and how has that journey been?
I must say the journey has been up and down, because you'll have very good months and then you'll have very bad months, you know. I have luckily not had any scams. And I've also been very fortunate to basically just go back into the drawing board of YouTube. But then one would get so busy, because I MC and I DJ as well, so I'd get so busy and sidetracked with MCing and DJing, and then forget a bit about the trading because it's not really that important for me, and then I'd hop back on. So basically it's been this love-hate relationship that I had with trading.
Has anything happened that there's more love now than there is hate?
For sure. The pandemic happened.
Okay. Just for
yes.
Some of the viewers out there, I know it's impacted all of us. How has it impacted you, and how do you want to use trading for some of those dreams and goals?
So
what's been your journey?
Because I MC and I DJ, that's basically where my main source of income comes from.
Okay.
That is through MCing and DJing. The radio gig that I do, it's good, but that's basically, let's say, to keep the general stuff going. But if I want to go on holiday, if I want to make sure that my kids are in a good school, I definitely have to MC, I definitely have to gig. So basically, that's where I can say, when that took a knock, and I couldn't MC anymore, I couldn't DJ anymore because of regulations, of course, I was like, oh my soul, what now? What are you gonna do now? So it created for a whole lot of time, actually, because then I was on radio for 3 hours a day. Afterwards, what do? You know, I can't really market myself to be a DJ or MC, so I have to then start to concentrate on trading.
Okay, fantastic. And did you approach multiple brokers? Tell me, you're sitting here with me today, but what did you go through and what did you experience? Why Quick Trade and Stock Market College, and how did you get to us?
I love that question. So what I saw what I saw with Quick Trade was transparency.
Okay.
And I absolutely love that. So the transparency, because you get a whole lot of people wanting you to come on board, but they're not really transparent in what they do. You actually feel like, does the scare me? You know, and you feel that you don't feel safe to invest your time and your money into a certain broker, into a certain company. But then when I saw Quick Trade and how transparent you guys are, there's a lot of things that you guys do online as well. And I was blown away. I was like, this is who I want to walk a path with. This is who I really want to see my future with, and it's Quick Trade.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Top 3 goals that you would like from trading.
Sure.
And I want you to share the personal goals. Doesn't matter what they are.
It's quite amazing talking about personal. So I believe that I'm going through a counseling session with God actually on how to use biblical principles when it comes to your finances.
Okay.
So I believe that He started this journey with me because I guess this is where I'm headed now. I'm going to be financially free, you know. So firstly is definitely to tackle all the debt. Okay. Whatever debt, and that means my house as well and my car, because that is also debt. People sometimes camouflage and say, no, it's good debt. No, it's debt. You want to cover all of that. You don't want to be paying the bank or anybody per month. You want to be able to pay for things cash. And I believe that as well, I believe in education. So I have 2 boys, 2 beautiful boys, and I really want to invest very well in their education. So that's my second goal. And then my third and quite personal one is I never went on honeymoon, and I want to take my wife on the best honeymoon ever.
Okay, tell me, you've got a place. Where do you want to go? Are you not allowed to share it with her yet?
So we've been doing a bit of research, and I told her that I love clear waters. So
Okay.
I wanna go somewhere where there's clear waters, and most probably the Philippines.
The Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I personally would love to go to the Maldives.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That's also a very good place.
Okay,
Very good
fantastic.
place. Very
And
good place.
what have you experienced here at Quick Trade thus far? How has it been? And Stock Market College?
Oh, beautiful. I must say the registering for Stock Market College was so easy. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. It was quick and easy. And with Quick Trade, I love the fact that you can basically earn as you learn. So I invested 500 Rand. I'm getting signals, which is absolutely beautiful. I know that this is a long-term goal that I'm busy with. It's not a get-rich-quick scam or get-rich-quick thing. I was even thinking of those messages. I don't know if you've seen that. If you post something and you get very good traction, you get this silly message that comes up into your messages that so and so helped me to reach this much. I'm so happy that is not the case. So I'm aware that this is a step by step. This is going forward quite steadily, if I can put it that way, and really just taking your time. And that's what I enjoy about Quick Trade, especially the signals that one gets. With learning, you know that, okay, now I can go back test on how did I get to the signal, you know? So which is quite nice.
So in other words, you're going to get the signal and you're going to, and almost when I say relearn, it's almost like, what did they see that I didn't see?
Exactly that.
Okay.
Exactly that. Or even more so, if you get that signal and maybe it confirms something that you've already seen. It's evidence. It's like, you can pat yourself on the back now.
Okay, so it's like reassuring.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly that.
And in terms of your journey, what are some of the things that you would like your viewers to gain from your journey? What are some of the tick boxes that how do you want to inspire others?
One thing that I definitely want to do is I want to inspire others by saying that you can start from the bottom and get here. Like the Drake vibes. So yeah, just plainly that. Like I said, I started with 500 Rand. I'm quite excited to see where I'm going to be at the end of the year. I'm quite excited to see where I'm going to be 3 years from now. And bearing in mind that it is not you reach your goal quickly, but it's also learning as you go along, you know. I think that's the mistake that people sometimes make and think about trading, is that, yes, I can nou begin and tomorrow I'm going to be rich. And that's not the case. You have to take it step by step. You have to learn. You have to sometimes even fail, because that's how you learn. And that's sometimes the best lessons that you get.
It's through failure.
It's through exactly that, you know. So you basically just have to concentrate on the main goal. Let's say in 3 years or in 5 years, reaching that goal, but don't make it a goal of in a year. Look, I guess there's some lucky ones. But yeah, personally, I want to really take on this journey, make it a few years even, and just basically gain experience from that.
I have to ask, and I don't want to be too intrusive, but when people talk this way, is there any one single event that has led you to this outlook into say you want to give it 1 year, you want to give it 3 years? Is there anything, do you know why you're looking at a long-term goal, not trying to fast track that process?
I love your question. I've always wanted to do TV. I've always wanted to do TV. So when I joined the radio station 3 years in, I put a stamp on it that, okay, I want to do TV, and nothing came through. Nothing came through until my 9th year of radio.
Wow.
Something came through, and from a very big company, the Blue Bulls.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I noticed that all of this takes time. I think I was in preparation in all of this time to be able to do TV to such a scale, you know. As you know, dit is Pretoria, dit is ek moet met die mense lekker kan praat, jy weet, dit is lekker boys.
Come on.
Yeah. So I was really fortunate and blessed to work with with Currie Cup winners, with winners in overall of the rugby league. So it was really amazing for me to get that experience first and then work with big names.
So you're saying, in other words, 9 years taught you that not everything happens in 1 week.
Very true. Very true.
2 questions. If you could leave a parting message, and how can people reach you?
Well, one thing that I have to say to you and you and you is, do not become despondent. That is one thing. Do not become despondent. I know that in about the 5th year of my radio career, I became very despondent because nothing was happening. It felt like everything was just at a standstill and everything was stagnating. So that's one thing that I always want to tell people: do not become despondent and be patient. And how you can reach me is on all social media platforms. My name is Thabiso Khambule, all of them: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Thank you.